Hi again, YouTubers. Well, a couple of projects complete, and I'm going to show you the end of two projects in one video and the very beginning of yet another one. First, let's look at these towels that I've recently been doing, following the asymmetry, very roughly following Jane Stafford's asymmetry process. So I know it needs ironing, but let's hold it so up and down is the warp direction, and I might have to back up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. That's the first towel. Now this is done completely in 8-2 Cotton. The difference being I did hem stitching instead of sewing a hem at the sewing machine. So you can see there that it is hem stitched, and I left about 1 inch of fringe on each end. So there's the first one, using the exact same threads for both warp and weft, and coming close you can see that it is the same threads. Now let's take a look at the same basic process, except I did hem the ends of this on the sewing machine, except instead of using the same thread for warp and weft, this is the one where I used the boucle as the weft, and hopefully you can see that it's a rougher, knobbly feel to it. This is the first time I've ever woven with boucle. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but I kind of like it. I think it feels really neat. So yes, at the hem I use just plain cotton, but for the rest of it I use that. So again, it's pretty much the same thing, except instead of having a royal blue at the bottom, I used a navy blue. I probably should have bought royal blue, but the stripes are the same. So right now the warp again is going vertical, up and down. Let's back up a little bit so you can see a little better. Whoa, I almost tripped myself. Anyways, there you go, that's the first one. I did a few other things, just changing the pattern with the weft. So here I put in instead of using the natural color for my plain weft, I went with the light blue, the same as these stripes, and I did the accent in the plain, same normal blue, but instead of the really dark navy blue, I went to kind of a green. I can't remember if it's Kelly green or a forest green or whatever, but I used 3 green stripes. But other than that, it's pretty much the same pattern. So we'll fold that up and stick it over there. Again, same concept, just changing the striping pattern. Went with fewer stripes, 1 red stripe at the end, and then 1 of each of the color stripes in the middle. And finally, using the natural first, then a just as wide stripe of red as the natural, and then alternating, let's bring you in close so you can see, 4 threads of the medium blue and 4 threads of the light blue, and then 4 of the medium and 4 of the light, alternating, then red at the middle, back to the alternating, then red, then natural again at the end. So there you go, there's that one turned on his side. I should do it this way to keep it consistent with the way I've been showing you. And finally, as I was almost out of warp, there's what was left, and I just used various little bits of old bobbins that had bits of weft on them so I could use them up for weft. Now, here comes the big surprise. For a couple videos I've been talking to you about a shirt. Again, I'm not a sewer, but there is my new shirt hanging on a hanger. It's a Victorian, a dress, Victorian style. If you remember back when I was doing that video, I had the plain white and I had the striped. So it's all the same warp, but it's different weft. Different in that I had the blue stripes. So there's my shirt, my Victorian style collarless but with a white bib. And again, this is for when I do historical interpretation of the 1870s at Heritage Hill. So there is that. Now, let me go turn on one more light and then we'll show you the next part. All right, this one is another project based loosely on one of Jane Stafford's lessons. This is, I think this is the first lesson in her season 3. And you can see it's still very loose. I need to take off my little C-clamp that I used. We're going to just tighten this a little bit. And I need to verify my tension, so I've still got my lashing on here. But look at how open this is. This is her lesson on what she calls denting. And it leaves great open spaces so that when it's done, it should give us a very lacy feel. In the video that she did on this, she used shades of black, charcoal gray, kind of a medium gray and a light gray, if I remember correctly. I'm using 3 bouts of white, then a bout of yellow, then 3 more white, then yellow, 3 white, yellow, all the way over to the other end, yellow, 3 white. So I'm hoping for kind of a white and gold effect. And again, it's going to be, I hope, very lacy looking. I do plan on putting in a hem stitch so that I can twist fringes. And I've only got, what was it, I think 3 yards on here. It's 27 inches wide this way, if my memory is right. Yeah. But half of that 27 inches is nothingness. So the goal is to make a very lightweight, lacy shawl for somebody. I'm using 16-2 cotton. So again, very lightweight material. And I want to see how this works. It's another experiment to follow hers, but I will show you the results. I may even show you some weaving in another video. But that's where I am now. So let's move the camera up a little bit. There we go. I'm in there somewhere. Anyways, that's what I've been doing. That's 2 projects completed that I know you had seen bits and pieces of, and starting another one. So, oh, and I've been making good progress with that loom at Heritage Hill, the one that's in the library there. Got it cleaned up, got it pretty much working. I have woven about 2 or 3 inches worth on it. First time using it, I decided to go with a very simple to work with thread, and I'm using carpet warp as both the warp and the weft. I'm not sure if I've got it quite thick enough EPIs, but I'm doing it at 12 EPI. I wanted it to be fairly soft material. So 12 EPI, hopefully about 12 picks per inch, and we'll see how that works. And if that turns out good, I'll have another video up there pretty soon too. We actually have kids coming through the park, a very small camp, they call it. It's a small group of kids from the Green Bay area Catholic education system. So looking forward to actually having a group of kids come through. I'll be working in the courthouse, the library, possibly the print shop, and in Fort Howard. But those are tales for another day. Anyways, that's where we're at right now. Well, YouTubers, I decided not to show you much of the weaving of this, but I will show you the finished product of this very lightweight dented shawl that I made with the 16-2 white and yellow cotton. So there it is. It's all folded up. Let's open it up. It is extremely lightweight. But that's it. And you're going to need to see this closer. So there you go. You can see I did twisted fringe. You can see how very open this is. That's what I meant when I said it was going to be lacy. So the way I did this in a 12 dent reed, I slayed 2 threads per dent for a ½ an inch, and then I left a ½ an inch or 6 dents totally empty. Then another 2 threads per dent for the next 6 dents, so ½ an inch. And that's what it looks like up close with that. Let me see if I can get my girlfriend here to model it. We'll aim you down so you can see her a little better. There she is, wearing this nice lacy. We'll get her to turn around so you can see the shawl. It's rather delicate, kind of nice looking. And there you go. That's the dented, very lightweight shawl. I've never done a dented project before either, so this whole Jane Stafford thing that I subscribe to has been a bunch of experiments for me. Some of the stuff I've done before, and I kind of skipped a few of those lessons of hers, but a number of them I hadn't done before, so to me it's an exploring process. So there's that. I don't know when I'll do the next video. You know, I do these when the mood strikes me. Anyways, if you like my videos, I would appreciate you subscribing. If you're already a subscriber, thanks a million, and I'll catch you the next time around on YouTube. Bye-bye.